Were you aware that not everybody believes that chess players have physical prowess? Not only that, they don't even believe that chess is a real sport. Now, what can we do to change that narrative? So I called in a friend. About a month ago, we started this one-on-one challenge. Now, DynoPawn and I have a long history of playing together. We don't know how to play defense. We just go after each other. And you can see here that I got completely wrecked.
Like many of the games, opens e4, e5, like true gentlemen. I go into a Spanish game. In a couple moves, I gain the center. Obviously very happy with it. Right here I get pinned. I underestimate that threat, have this weakening move. And just a few short moves later, DynoPawn, he's a great attacking player. He doesn't care about his bishop. And for some reason, I just don't quite believe it. And in just a couple moves, it's over.
Just gets completely crushed.
I open with d4. I never do that. I play c3. I play g3. I'm sure this is an opening. I just don't know what it is. The game continues. And in a couple moves, I have all the space. DynoPawn, though, he does have all his pieces developed. There's something to be said for that. After a couple of trades, I grab a pawn. I'm up a pawn. I have the center of the board here. DynoPawn, he does have the bishop pair. He also has a safer king, as you'll see right here. He's got this isolated pawn on d6. And I'm making a ton of weakening moves with my pawns. I see another quote-unquote free pawn. I lose a piece. And DynoPawn converts. He's a clean piece up. And I am in desperation mode. Luckily, I have a repetitive. I'm going back and forth, DynoPawn trying to get away. And you'll notice right here that it is mate in 1. I do have 4 minutes left on the clock, but, instead of doing that, I decided to secure the draw, and we're going to the next game.
We always have these insane tactical games, gambiting, attacking, just having a lot of fun. This game was no exception. Let's dive into it.
I start with the bird opening. I start with f4. We transpose here pretty quickly into a King's Gambit type opening.
Now, I haven't done push-ups in a while, and so this was a little bit of a challenge, particularly at the beginning.
Do those count as full push-ups?
Oh, get out of here. I gotta get 100 of them. Probably 70 or something. It's gonna have to be a couple sessions. DynoPawn, he's playing the Fisher variation, essentially, of the King's Gambit. It's super solid. This move right here is actually really funny. Because right about now, DynoPawn said, hey, on your next move, you are screwed. And I'll show you the text messages right here. I saw that move coming. And so anyway, we continue forward. I give up this knight on purpose. I know generally this is like kind of an idea, but I don't really know the whole story. This move right here, I actually kind of like it quite a bit. I figure we're going to get, a bishop to d7, and we're going to get castling, and I'm just going to be down a piece, and it's not quite going to work out for me. Game continues here. I bring the rest of my pieces in. I really don't like this move by DynoPawn. At this point, I start to get a little bit more hopeful. Obviously, his king's stuck in the middle. I'm going to break open the center. This pawn capture over here, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I have this right in the bag right now. I capture this pawn. I've got a lot of light square control right now. And then right here, what I actually really wanted is a block with the bishop. I figured that, okay, so if he blocks here, I'll go here, and I'm going to be threatening a checkmate. Now, there's a couple ways to defend this. You could defend it, of course, with the knight or with the queen. And in both conditions, my plan was this bishop move. And I thought that was super, super fun. The whole idea being that this bishop will unlock this whole position. So let me play it out for you really quick, really what I was looking at. So bishop, bishop, let's say that the knight defends here. This bishop would pin the knight, and so now I'm re-threatening checkmate. And so obviously we're going to, recapture that bishop. And so removing the defender, and it's checkmate, right? The other variation that I saw instead of, that knight was, let's go. And so, sorry. The other variation that I saw instead of the knight was if the queen defended this way, this same exact move would happen. Captures here, deflects, and checkmate. I thought that was a likely outcome of the game. Unfortunately, in that first variation, as you go through here, I blunder this queen trade over here. Queen trade is forced, and then we end into some sort of crazy endgame. Instead of all that stuff happening, he moves his king more into the center of the board, in which case I know I've got it at this point. After one trade, it's forced mate. If king here, then here and here. DynoPawn, he wants to save himself 100 push-ups. So what he does is he goes straight back. The game is over. Luckily, it's over in 16 moves. I only had to do 1,600 push-ups in order to... Wait, is that how that works?
It was cool, though. Throughout the competition, I saw the ease of it getting easier and easier. And this kind of silly competition...
Bring a friend and I closer together for a couple of weeks and encourage both of us to be a little bit more physically active.
And grow that physical prowess that, the common people don't quite believe in for us chess players. So, thank you, DynoPawn. We're out here at Denver International Airport putting out a challenge to the world. I just finished a push-up competition, chess match, combination. That's a normal thing to do with my good friend DynoPawn. And I want to invite anybody who wants to come here to do a live version of it, maybe 10 push-ups per move in a rapid time format, or some other one, 100-yard relay, whatever you guys want to do. I'm open to it. Or if you're in the Denver area, obviously that's going to be a little bit easier. But the challenge open, hit me up in below for my contact information. Let me know.